Hello my lovelies, and welcome to the final day of Plantain Week. So plantain's been used for a very long time for its medicinal benefit. If you go to Romeo and Juliet, Act 1, Scene 2, you'll see when Benvolio is trying to convince Romeo that the only way to get over a past love is to get under a new one, plantain is discussed. Take thou some new infection to thy eye, and the rank poison of the old will die. Your plantain leaf is excellent for that. Well, no, plantain leaf is probably not going to cure your broken heart. However, it was a plant that Shakespeare knew. And why? Because by the time he wrote Romeo and Juliet in 1594, 1595, King Henry VIII had already written the herbalist chart. This was huge, because before this, only surgeons and people who were allied with the church could study medicine. This charter, however, allowed peasants to be able to grow their own herbs and to practice their own version of medicine and healing. Of course, the church didn't like that, so many of them called this the Quack's Charter. Be that as it may, it does mean that Shakespeare was familiar with the medicinal benefits of this plant. And this version of plantain, ribwort, or Plantago lanceolato, is the British version. On Tuesday, I gave you some instructions on making a simple salve, and this is mine. I take it with me because it does help with cuts, bites, stings, scrapes, and wounds that I might get while I'm foraging. With the constituents aucumin and apigenin, this plant has loads of practical benefits. The ability to increase the expression of uric acid from your body can be helpful in things like rheumatoid arthritis, edema, as well as gout. And if inflammation is responsible for a host of problems in the body, the anti-inflammatory properties of apigenin can be really helpful for a number of conditions. And I'm not just talking about skin inflammation. I'm talking about Alzheimer's, cancer, even depression. It's a stomachache, so taken as a tea, it can be helpful with things like gastritis, colitis, inflammatory bowel disease, even gastric ulcers. As an antispasmodic, it can also help with cramping. In the respiratory system, it helps reduce mucus secretions, which can be helpful in phlegmy coughs, or if you have glue ear. It's an antispasmodic and antitussive, which may help with coughing associated with bronchitis or asthma. You can make a strong tea and use it as a mouth rinse to help with gingivitis, mouth ulcers, or even a sore tooth. Chewing on the root also helps with tooth pain. It's antiviral, so it helps kill viruses. It's anti-infective, so it helps kill urinary tract infection. And its diuretic and anti-inflammatory properties can help with prostate issues. Just remember, if you're using the seeds as a bulking laxative to add fiber to your diet, to drink plenty of water. And plantain can lower your blood sugar, so if you're diabetic, you may want to space out when you take your medication and when you take plantain. It also has vitamin K, which helps with coagulation, but if you're on blood thinners like warfarin, you don't necessarily want to deal with too much plantain. Plantain is generally recognized as safe, but if you're pregnant, please stay away, and if you have any issues with food allergies or if your blood pressure drops, then please discontinue use. Otherwise,